Anyone who has delved significantly far enough into the fields of hidden history and conspiracy research, upon realizing the depths of deception and absolutely evil atrocities being committed and covered up by a tiny elite, most of which unknown or uncared about by the masses, will inevitably come face to face with intense feelings of frustration and depression. Realizing things like 9/11 and the Iraq and Afghanistan wars, when you become one of the few who actually look into these things and find the truth about them, it's absolutely upsetting and angering, to the point that I used to scream into my pillow, and the seeming inability for one person like myself to do anything whatsoever about it. You spend weeks and months and years researching these things, reading books, watching lectures and documentaries, scouring the internet, looking at both sides of every issue, trying to get to the bottom of what happened, knowing that you're one of the precious few that even cares enough or has the time or intuition or diligence to look into and figure out these things. And isn't that the case with most people when you try to wake them up to this stuff? They don't want to be in the desert of the real. Most people are like Cypher, the character that eats the steak and wants to erase his memory so that he can be put back into the matrix of ignorance. How do you deal with living in a world full of Cyphers who not only don't want to know the truth, they would gladly have their entire memory erased if they could just be put back into blissful ignorance? So what do you do as a truther? Just scream into your pillow, researching endlessly, trying to find the next one big conspiracy? Eventually, you're gonna come face to face with the reality that simply knowing about all of this stuff isn't enough. It's reactive. You're living in a world already created for you that you're discovering through research. And that is absolutely frustrating and depressing. What you want is to be proactive, to become a player in history. So what helped me stop screaming into my pillow and reacting to all the things I was researching was getting active in spreading the word, getting creative in how to do so, being proactive about creating a new, different, better future, rather than just being a reactive researcher. And there are many forms of direct activism that we can take to make a big difference, like engaging in conversations with open-minded friends, family, neighbors, and co-workers, setting up watch parties with people who will sit down and agree to watch an important, informative documentary with you, school projects where you can show some of these things, buying and giving out copies of important truth books and documentaries to people who are open to actually reading or watching them. However, this form of direct activism may cause you to lose friends and family, make people look at you like you're crazy, and bring that frustration and depression right back again. For this, I recommend trying some of the many methods of indirect activism out there, like making anonymous social media accounts to make posts, links, and comments to important truth books and documentaries, taking those books and documentaries and putting them on thumb drives to give out to people or leave in mailboxes, making stickers or pamphlets to leave around town, creating websites, posting on forums, translating good content into foreign languages, making anonymous videos, calling in to relevant popular TV and radio shows. And if you've already been on the activism kick for a while, and those feelings of frustration and depression are coming back because of banging your head against the mentality of the masses. Just be sure to take plenty of time for yourself to keep your own vibration high. Just like putting the airplane mask on yourself first before trying to help anyone else. Make sure to take needed breaks and pace yourself. Activism is a marathon, not a sprint. A worldwide awakening and large systemic issues like the ones we're facing take time to change. And remember, it's the slow and steady tortoise that wins the race.